Just a short video to show these SAA blanking plates that I've been selling. You get the plate, cut the washers. I do new gaskets as well, just waiting for more stock to arrive. Just going to show where roughly it goes. You do have to take the inlet manifold off on the earlier cars that's got twin SAI. So you know, if you've got twin SAI, this pipe that comes into this modular valve will just be a single, and if you've got twin, it's like a Y piece, and you have an additional pipe that goes around the back to another one of these, which is hidden down the back of the engine. If you don't have the Y piece here, then you've only got single SAI, which would normally be on a 2008 car. Yeah, so basics, you know, there's two plastic pipes at the front. These do come off pretty easily. There's two little plastic tabs that push onto the pump, which is bolted down the front of the engine. These are relatively simple to remove, these two plastic pipes. I was just going to show where all the other fittings and things are for the rest of the kit. So you have two bolts which go into the exhaust manifold down here, which release this metal pipe, which has the goes into the hot side there on the manifold. There's one bolt here which bolts through this heat shield near the actuator on the turbo, and the bolt comes in this way. So this one, now with this one here, there's two bolts at the bottom of this bracket to actually remove this. They're a bit fiddly to get to. There's a small 10mm headed bolt, and then there's a big 15mm headed bolt. Without undoing both of those, you won't get that bracket out of the way. The bolts go in. You have to access the bolts down past the back of the downpipe. Just down here, there's a 15mm bolt and a 10mm headed bolt, which you take out, and then that will allow that piece to be removed. Then you've got, if you've got the twin SAI, you've got this really long pipe which goes around the back of the engine. So you have one bolt here, it goes into this heat shield. Then there's an additional bolt just here, which is bolted in just here behind the downpipe. So also you have to remove the heat shield over the top of the downpipe to be able to get to that one. And then you have a pressure valve down the back of the engine, same as the one at the front, and that there has just got a quick release connector which you pop off. The back piece there, I tend to, yeah, you can remove that piece. It's quite simple, to be honest with you. There's, you know, two bolts under it and two bolts on the manifold again. I'll show you that shortly. And there we have it. That's the valve from the back of the engine. Two 10mm headed bolts hold that on there. There's a bracket, there's another thin bracket which sits in between here, which is what supports this and stops it from flopping around. The rest of the bracket I tend to leave in place because it supports a power steering pipe and a cooling pipe. That's why I haven't taken it off. So, and obviously the other two bolts that go into the exhaust manifold there. So that's that piece that's come off, which attached onto that large metal pipe there, like that.